Welcome back, third graders. Hopefully you did okay on chapter 56, or excuse me, on lesson 56. We're not all the way to chapter 56 yet. My goodness, I cannot talk, y'all. Okay, we are actually doing 56 today. It was 55. I was hoping you did okay on. Please excuse Mrs. Adams. This has been a crazy day today. So let's get started. All right, we are doing chapter 7, division facts to 5. All right, let's do, this is on page 111 and 112, and we're going to get started with some quick multiplication facts to get our brain moving. And so let me get the slideshow started. All right, here we go. And it's going to be here. So the first thing we're going to do is 7 times 3. So 7 times 3, and the answer is 21. Now, if you didn't know that, please write it down because it's really important that you know your multiplication facts. So 7 times 3 is 21. And please pause it in between so that you have extra time to answer your questions. Or 8 times 3. 8 times 3 is 24. All right, we have 9 times 3. And that is 27. And 10 times 3. That should be 30. All right, now we did 7 times 3. What about 3 times 7? 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 8, right, 24. 3 times 9, 27. And 3 times 10 is 30. So again, if you miss any of those, please write them down, go back and do them again and commit them to memory. It's very important to know these. All right, we are looking at some more review here, adding 4-digit numbers with renaming. All right, so go ahead and pause this, write down these 2 digits, 2,314 and 5,708. Write down these numbers and solve them for me. And then come back when you're finished, unpause it, and we'll move on. Okay, go ahead and pause it. All right, if you're back, let's look here at the answer and how we should have solved it. And your answer should have been 8,022. Now, again, if you did not get this correct, you look at what I did here, how I added it, and see if yours are the same. See if you remember to carry. And if you're still lost, come and see me, and I'll be glad to help you out. Okay, next one, 3,623 plus 1,495. Again, pause it real quick, write this down, solve it out, take your time, make sure you don't make any silly mistakes, and then come right back. Okay, so here we have, we're adding this, right? Good. Your answer should be 5,118. Again, see where I carried. Make sure you did that as well. And there's your third problem. Okay. 6,069 plus 2,715. Pause it again. Solve it really quickly. And then we'll move on. Okay. Your answer should be 8,784. Okay, moving on. We are looking at the terms of our definition. So terms are like our vocabulary. So we have our dividend, our divisor, and our quotient. And our dividend is what the total number is that we are using to divide. It's a big number. Our divisor is how many sets, or how many are in each set, excuse me. And our quotient, which is our answer, tells us how many sets. Okay, so let's play with these numbers again. So here we have 6 divided by 2, was 2 sets, would be 3 in each set. Okay, so here's our grid, and we have 8 divided by 2. So our total is 8. And we have to take our 8 blocks and we have to separate them into groups of 2. And we can do that 4 times. Okay, and so here we have our total 8. We have 2 groups here, 2 in our group here, 2 in a group here, 2 in a group here, 2 in a group here. And then we say, now I'm out of blocks. So I have 4 groups. I was able to make 4 groups. So 8 divided by 2 blocks in each, and each set is 4 sets. Okay, let's look at another one. Now we have 16 total blocks, and we're going to put them in groups of 2. We're going to divide them out. So if you had actual blocks with you, you could take them and divide them by 2. 2 here, 2 there. And you feel free to get the cubes from our classroom and do these problems to help give you a visualization. So 1 set, 2 sets, 3 sets, 4 sets, 5 sets, 6, 7, 8, and we're out of blocks. So we have 8 sets. And in each set, we have 2 red blocks, and that gives us a total of 16 blocks. Okay. Now we have 10 divided by 2. So if I were to have 10 blocks out and I were to divide them into groups of 2, I would end up with 5 groups. And so if you want to take some of those blocks and try that problem yourself, make sure you do that. You got to make sure you understand this, okay? Try 6 divided by 2 as well. So if you have 6 and you break it up into groups of 2, you have 3. Now, if you want to go back and check yourself, I can multiply 2 times 5, and I get 10. I can multiply 2 times 3, and I will get 6. So that's important to know. So here we have a total of 12, and we want to break it up into groups of 2. And how many groups do you think we're going to get? Okay, and the answer is 6. And again, I can check this because 6 times 2 is 12. Now, if I put 5, and I went to check myself, and I said 5 times 2, oh, that's 10. Well, I need to know that. I need to go back and add one over here because I got it wrong. So it's something to think about. Here is another grid. We have 20 blocks total, and we're going to divide them into groups of 2. So let's look at that. Here's my groups of 2. Going to put 1 in each set so I can take care of all 20. And then it's going to show you that I have 20 total divided into groups of 2. And how many sets am I going to have? I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 10 sets of 2 blocks in each set for a total of 20 blocks. Moving on, we have 20 divided by 2. Again, that's the same thing we just did, okay? So that's right here. 20 divided by 2, that equals 10. 20 is my total, 2 on each set, 10 sets. All right, so again, it's showing you, if you want to check yourself, you do your number of sets times how many in each set, and your total is 20. 4 divided by 2. Okay? 2. Good job. All right. And so you check yourself. 2 times 2 is going to be 4. And if it's not 4, then you did something wrong. So here we have 18 divided by 2 is 9. We're going to check ourselves again. 9 times 2. And you should come up with 18. All right. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 1 times 4 is 4. Okay, so now I want you to look at your work for today, and we're going to do page 111 and 112, dividing by 2, related facts with 2. And it has some information for you up in the green box. It says division is separating a group into equal sets, and it shows you how to do that. And it says write divided, divisor, or quotient to label each number. Or dividend, I'm sorry, those letters are so small. Dividend, divisor, or quotient. And remember, dividend is the big number, divisor is the number we're separating it into, and quotient is the answer we get. So fill that in accordingly on number 1 on page 111 and on number 1 for page 112. And then on number 2, it says skip count by 2s and write the missing number. If you forgot how to do that, go back to the YouTube skip counting 2s and watch those videos again. They should be under our classroom. Mrs. Adams' classroom. It should be in there. There's YouTube videos. If not, ask me. I'll help you pull it up. All right, and that's 2 on, that's just for number 2 on page 111. On numbers 3 through 8, we are solving 10 divided by 2, 14 divided by 2, and it says use your table above. So 10 divided by 2 is the same thing as 2, 5 times, or you go up to 10, right? 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? How many blocks up till you get to 10? So use that as you need to figure it out. Don't let it confuse you though. On numbers 9 and 10, it says 8 divided into sets of 2 and 4 divided into sets of 2. And so you're going to be drawing your circles around those shapes to make your sets, okay? And then you're going to show how you can check yourself with multiplication. If you have a question, come see me. All right, on the next page, I told you how to do number 1. Number 2 through 10 is division. You can use the box on page 111 to help you, or you can try to figure it out yourself. And just remember to check yourself with multiplication, okay? And then 11 and 12, you're drawing circles around your dots. And then you're showing how you can multiply to prove your answer. Please take your time on these and make sure you do a good job. You don't want to rush through it. All right, and then 13 through 28 is just review of your multiplication. I see a lot of 3s there. So if you don't remember your 3s and your 5s for multiplication, go back and watch your skip counting videos. Okay, as always, if you have any questions, come see me. All right, good luck.